Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Triple Threat Podcast. This will be episode 2 of this week, our international episode. So I will let Jay and Biggie take the reins on this one.
West Ham and Spurs are fighting to get away from relegation. They are a game apart, not even. They are 2 points apart. So, with that being said, I feel like, talking about the scores of the week is probably the way to go.
Starting with the EPL this week. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So, Friday on the 24th, Sunderland played Nottingham Forest. Not only did Nottingham win 5-0, but Sunderland got an own goal.
Yep.
Now, not only did they get an own goal, they had 436 passes to Nottingham's Forest 273. They also had 628 ball touches to Nottingham's 473. Nottingham also scored 3 goals in 6 minutes.
Every time they touched the ball.
What is this, Magic Mike?
I don't know. Maybe like they were persuading the other team to score because they did score on their own net as well.
An own goal is embarrassing enough as is, and I know I said I'd let you guys take the reins, but I really have to put own goal.
Own goal.
Are we serious?
Yeah. Now, like I said earlier, Saturday, the Wolves were against the Spurs and West Ham was against Everton. 2 very important games for West Ham and Spurs due to the fact they are fighting for that 17th spot, which is a spot just outside of relegation. 18, 19, and 20 are the relegation spots. Now, this kind of helped with the Spurs because they were facing the number 20 Wolves, so they had the easier matchup. But West Ham did also win their matchup against Everton. So it kind of did nothing. Nothing.
Well, it did change the stats in goals scored.
That's about it, but still, West Ham leads in points.
Yeah.
So if they have a tiebreaker, then the goal differential will become important. But until then, the points is what matters. Now, other games that happened on the 25th, you had Fulham versus Aston Villa. Fulham won 1-0. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Liverpool took that 3-1. Arsenal beat Newcastle 1-0. Now, on Monday, we had Man United versus Brentford. Brentford sadly lost 2-1.
Go Man U. Sorry, that's what my mother would say. Big Man U supporter.
Now, up on next week's games, May 1st is Leeds versus Burnley at 1 p.m. Saturday 2nd is Brentford versus West Ham at 8 a.m. Again, another important fight, so West Ham can stay away from relegation. Newcastle versus Brighton at 8 a.m. Wolves versus Sunderland at 8 a.m. Maybe Sunderland will have a better game. Maybe not score on your own net. You know, your goalie's going to appreciate you for that. Arsenal versus Fulham at 10:30 a.m.
Which Arsenal needs to win, by the way.
To stay in the top 5.
To stay in the first one.
Yes.
To stay in league.
Man City and Man United
is
on
their ass.
Yes, they're both.
Because City is 1 game less played and 3 points behind.
Yeah.
And they're facing Everton.
Yeah. And then Sunday 3rd is Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace at 7 in the morning. Man United versus Liverpool. That's going to be an interesting game at 8:30. Aston Villa versus the Spurs at 10 p.m. Again, Spurs are fighting to get out of relegation. Monday, May 4th. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest at 8 a.m. and Everton versus Man City at 1 p.m. If Man City wins that game,
they are in first place.
Interesting.
They are in first place. They have higher goals scored.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So it's a battle on the top, and it's a battle to stay out of the bottom. Now, I do have some stats.
The stats guy has some stats?
Yeah. Not only do I have stats, I have player stats, and I have team stats.
Oh, he's got both. He's got both sides of the coin.
Well, next week is the final week or second last week.
Yeah, 36 of 38.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So and
End of season.
End of season. Air
So
quotes.
we all know this name,
Stats.
goal leader. Say it with me, fellas.
Holland.
Has 24 goals. Thiago has 21. Semenyo has 15. Pedro has 14. Danny Welbeck and Morgan Gibbs White are tied at 13.
Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah.
Name me a more British name.
I was about to say.
Every time I hear Morgan Gibbs White, I think of the Pirates of the Caribbean character.
Yeah, I think of
Yeah.
Gibbs, but I was about to say it's like I
just don't know if I see a guy running and pulling out shorts and taking a sip and going.
I mean, that sounds like a great way to play soccer.
Yeah.
It's all I'm
Now, assist leaders, you got Bruno Fernandes at 19, which is almost double from second place, which is Ryan Cherky and Jared Bowen are both tied at 10 assists. Erling Haaland, any relation to other Haaland or no?
I mean,
the same fucking dude.
I mean, it's pretty hard to get an Erling Haaland and an Erling Haaland.
Yeah, I'm just.
Although him being on both the goal scoring and assists list is pretty impressive.
I saw his other name before had a different first name, so let's take that off the record. So James Garner plus 3 other athletes are tied at 6. Clean sheets. So for people who don't know, that's 0 goals let in during a game. Chris, don't give me those.
So shutouts.
Yeah, basically. David Raya leads with 16. Gianluigi Donnarumma leads with 13. Dean Henderson leads with 11. Jordan Pickford with 11. And Ruben Roofs and 4 other people are with 9.
Remind me, how many games does a team play in the regular season?
38.
So 16 clean sheets is a little less than half of the total matches.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's impressive.
A stat that I find kind of interesting is the passes, because you get to know who is the one that kind of set up the goals.
Who's moving the ball
Or
around.
moving the ball. So, Virgil van Dijk has 2,499 passes.
Just couldn't get that 2,500.
There's still a couple of games. We'll see.
That's true.
Lewis Dunk has 2,216. Jean-Paul Van Eyck has 2,194. Joaquin Anderson has 2,190. And Trevor Chalobah has 2,181. Now, teams.
Team stats.
Team stats. Man City leads the league with 66 goals for. Arsenal at 64. Man United at 60. Liverpool at 57. And Chelsea at 53. If you look at the standings, they're pretty much part of the top 10.
As would be expected with the higher scoring teams.
Tackles won. So these are like slide tackles, challenges.
Yeah.
Spurs have error.
404.
Yeah. The Wolves have.
You know, that's ironic as their offense is missing.
Yeah.
Their offense is not found.
Yeah. The Wolves are at 392. Brighton's at 377. Crystal Palace is at 367, as well as Man United. Blocks. Burnley is at 164. West Ham at 149. Everton at 146. Sunderland at 145, but they couldn't block their own goal. And Brentford at 141. Total passes team-wise. Man City has 19,479 passes. That is 1,000 more than second place. Second place Chelsea has 18,477. Liverpool has 17,686. Fulham has 16,054, and Brighton has 16,004.
I know they have like automated systems and AI and whatnot to sort of like keep track and count these, but all the image I've got in my head is just this one poor sap sitting in the nosebleeds counting passes. Just like check like tick marks like if you were in a prison cell. And it's just these tick marks up to nearly 20,000. I'm like, this guy's losing his mind.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gotta be.
So that's kind of like how it's going, and it's interesting to see all these stats sometimes because you get to a point where you don't know, like, some stats. You're like, oh, these teams are doing really good, and then you look at the standings and you're like, these teams are not doing really good.
There are definitely some red herring stats.
Oh,
So
100%.
so for stats, I also want to make light of something.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, for the player goals,
Yeah.
Erling Haaland and Antoine Semenyo, they're both on the same team.
Yeah. They're on Man City, right?
Yep.
So 2 of the top 3 goal scorers are on the same team.
Yep.
And that team,
Is in second place.
I'd be pretty disappointed if they weren't.
Arsenal leads the pack right now, but as Jay said, they have a game more played, and they need to keep winning. Because Man City
is up their bum.
is there, and Man United has been winning games a lot lately and is reaching as well.
I do not think United actually catches up, as they are only at 61 points.
And there's 4 games left. We'll have to see. It's going to be tight. And then Liverpool, Aston Villa, Brighton, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Brentford, Hull, Everton, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Leeds, Manhattan, West Ham, Spurs.
You are so excited
Yeah.
for all of those middle of the pack to bottom of the barrel teams, huh?
Yeah.
So which teams are facing relegation again?
Wolves, Burnley, Spurs, West Ham, and you could, depending on the end of their season, Nottingham Forest and Leeds.
Okay, so 3 teams get relegated, but there's 8 teams that are kind of
6 right now.
6 that are in
teams.
the one match.
They're
difference.
okay.
One match to 2. Like, if Leeds have to lose all the rest of the games and Spurs win all of them, they could do a swap. Like,
Okay, so they're all hugging each other, seeing who's going to pull the parachute cord first.
Yeah.
No, Wolves and Burnley are there for good.
Yeah,
They have
they
17
have-
and 20 points.
Okay, so the only relegation spot we're actually still waiting on
Is the last one.
is the
Is the
last one. It's
18th
the
one.
18th seed. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Wolves are sad.
Wolves are 34 matches played, 3-1.
The Wolves have failed way too many hunts.
Yeah. They're at a goal differential of negative 38
Ouch.
Yeah.
in 34 games.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Cooked and seared.
Yeah, cooked, seared, and well seasoned.
Yeah. So.
And
then
Burnley's not that good.
they have
34
4
matches.
wins.
34 matches played, 4 wins, and negative 34 goal difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they traded 3 extra points for 4 more goals.
I mean, when
They're burning to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, when you got nothing, you'll give anything to get something.
Yeah.
So-
The Wolves got chased out. Burnley's burning to the ground. The Spurs are going crazy with the hair cut off, and West Ham's just making sure their axes don't fall on their heads.
Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, by the sounds of it, the race at the bottom of the rail sounds almost more interesting than the race at the top of the
To
standings.
be honest, yeah, because the top 2 are leading by that much.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for the IPL though.
Oh yeah.
Should be a little bit more interesting.
So the table changed, the standings changed for the IPL. Rajasthan Royals dropped down to 3rd place. So I'm a bit sad about that. Now, we'll talk about that in a bit. Scores for the week. Super Giants lose against Royals. Royals win 159 for 6 wickets in 20 overs. Super Giants all out in 18th. On the 23rd of Thursday, Mumbai Indians lose horribly to the Super Kings. Super Kings set a target of 208. The Indians all out at 104 in the 20th over.
So they weren't going to make this regardless of whether they had wickets left or innings left. They just were not on pace for anything.
No. On Friday 24th, Bangalore beats Gujarat Tigers. Fairly close margin with 7 balls left. On the Saturday, Capitals versus Kings.
Yep.
Capitals versus Kings. Fairly close margin as well. 7 balls left.
You know, this whole winning by one with just over an over left is
Oh, there was a lot this week of that.
Yeah.
These are pretty high targets too. I mean, 207,
265.
yeah, 265 or 206, 265. Yeah.
Super Kings versus Gujarat Titans. Titans win by quite a margin with 3.5 overs left.
Okay.
And Lucknow Super Giants versus Kolkata Knight Riders. The game was tied 155, 20 overs each, right? It went into super over. Now, for the uninitiated, the super over is when the game is tied in a T20, the game isn't called a draw. They play 1 over each team for the final and essentially set a target, beat a target.
Okay.
You're allowed.
So it goes from 20 overs to 1 over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in this over, you're allowed 2 wickets.
Okay.
So what happened was the Super Giants lost 2 wickets in the over in 3 balls.
Yikes.
And then Knight Riders came to bat. First ball, it was a boundary.
No, they just hit a 4.
They just hit a 4 and
hit a 4 and went home.
Yeah. On Monday, this is a score that I do not wish to see ever.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a cricket score this low ever.
Delhi Capitals all out at 75 runs in the 17th over.
So they ran out of wickets with 3.5 overs left, but they didn't even hit a century as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And by the looks of it, they weren't even on pace to hit it.
No. So Bangalore just won in the 7th over.
77 with one wicket in less than 7 overs is that I wouldn't even feel good about that.
I'd hide in my bedroom for like a week.
Honestly, if I'm the sorry,
like, that was a shellacking. Bangalore.
Honestly, if I'm Bangalore, I don't even feel good. It's like I came here to play a game.
Practice.
Yeah. Like
this was just net practice.
This is just BP. This is just batting practice. Like I'm barely even sweating.
Well, the match the next day was pretty interesting. Kings versus Royals. Royals win in the 20th over with 4 balls left. Keep in mind, the target is 123.
123. It's 223.
Sorry, 223. The target is 223. I'm saying 1 because I'm thinking of the fucking century.
Oh,
that in 37 balls.
Yeah.
This kid, now he has 103 runs in 37 balls, right? 72 of which were hit in 12. 6 out of bounds.
He hit 6. Wait.
12 sixes.
Yeah, he hit 12 sixes. In a row?
Not in a row.
Oh, no, he just had 12 sixes as part of his
As
century.
part of his, like, batting.
Okay. Yeah. The kid's good. Like, I don't know what else you can really say about it.
Like, so I would chalk it up to his, like, swing. Because I don't think I've ever seen a cricketer swing a bat like that. His swing comes from, it's essentially a baseball swing converted into a cricket.
So, right, like most cricket players, their swing
goes as high as up to their shoulder, maybe.
Yeah, but like mostly it's kind of like a extended hip, and then you kind of like lunge into it. Are you telling me that like he brings it kind of like behind his shoulder, like baseball?
His bat comes above his head, like almost in front of him.
Oh, interesting.
and then he brings it down.
Oh, that's awkward.
So the downward swing takes quite a bit longer than a regular cricket swing.
So what you're telling me is that
He's timing it
yeah, he's reading the bowl before it even
before it
leaves
the hand.
and then he's timing it, and then he has all this extra power momentum.
Like
going
this,
for it.
this kid is swinging before the ball leaves the hand.
Okay, so he really is just the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, for the matches next week, on Wednesday, so tomorrow on recording day, it's going to be Mumbai Indians versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. On Thursday, Titans versus Royal Challengers. On Friday, Royals versus Capitals. On Saturday, it is going to be Super Kings versus Indians. On Sunday, it's 2 matches. Sunrisers versus Knight Riders. And Titans versus Kings. On Monday, Indians versus Super Giants. And on Tuesday next week, it is going to be Capitals versus Super Kings. In my opinion, I'm looking out for that Royals versus Capitals game because Capitals are coming off of a really bad loss. And Webber's coming off of a really good game. It's either going to be an even worse matchup than the Bangalore versus Capitals, or Capitals come back swinging.
I really hope you can't get worse than that. I know in theory you can. I really hope that you can't,
Has
though.
there ever been a cricket game that was 0?
I do not believe so, other than gully cricket. But
Yeah, I was like, not at a professional level. Maybe
That's when you fire your whole roster.
maybe
that's when you just go, all right, clean slate.
like maybe there was a 0-score cricket game in like the cricket equivalent of like T-ball,
Yeah,
maybe, but like professional cricket, no way.
All right, now I have some stats. So for the highest scored runs and batters, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, first place, my kid. Like, I'm really proud of that kid. At 400 runs in 9 matches, averaging out 44. Abhishek Sharma in second place at 380. KL Rahul in third place at 358. Virat Kohli at 351. And Klassen at 349. So the difference between the first and the fifth place is about 50-ish runs. But it's also one less match played.
Yeah, but like over the course of 8 or 9 matches, that's not too bad a spread.
No. Keeping in mind, for the last 2 matches, he hasn't been performing.
Mm-hmm.
On the other end, for wickets, the highest taken wickets are B. Kumar. I'm not going to say his first name as it is a doozy. I can pronounce it. Y'all are not going to understand it. With 8 matches and 14 wickets. Jofra Archer with 14 wickets in 9 matches. Cambodge with 14 wickets in 8 matches, but he's in. So, like, the first place is 4 people with 14 wickets.
Yeah.
It's just that their economy, like the runs that they give per over, is different. So that's how they're scored right now. And then, so the scorecard goes from first, fifth.
I love that.
Because the first 4 are different stats. In the 5th place, it's P. Yadav with 13 wickets. Now, highest scores in an individual match, KL Rahul with 152 in a single match. Abhishek Sharma with 135 and not out. Sanju Samson with 115 and not out. Quinton de Kock, a South African player.
That's a name even I recognize.
With 112. And Suryavanshi in 5th place with 103. Now, best batting average, David from Royal Challengers, 91.5 That's the highest average.
Jeez.
Quinton de Kock with 66 over 3 matches. He's only played in 3 matches as he just arrived in the league.
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja with 66. Iyer with 61.8 and Kohli with 58.5. Now, the best bowling averages. Kumar from Indians with 10.17. Khan from Super Giants, 11.33. S. Singh from Kings, 13 flat. D. Ferreira from Royals, 14 flat. And B. Kumar from Royal Challengers, 16.86. Pretty nice numbers, if I do say so myself.
Well, do you say so yourself?
I do say so myself.
I
Well,
mean,
then it's pretty nice numbers.
I would sure hope it's Jay speaking, from himself.
Now, here we get into more random numbers, in my opinion. As bowling strike rate. This is calculated, how many dot balls. So how many balls that you don't get hit on.
Yeah, okay.
So Donovan Ferreira is 6.0. Ashwini Kumar is 8.0. Shashank Singh is 10.0. B. Muzarabani, 10.50. And Mohsin Khan, 10.6. Now, this is a bit different because spinners get hit quite a bit more, as they, on average, bowl quite a bit slower.
Well, yeah.
So, I don't like saying these stats as two different types of balls do two different types of things. And, they're not really accurate as to why these averages count. A fast bowler is going to have quite a few more dots than a spin bowler is. So, now for the big numbers, where most hundreds by batsmen over the series, as we are halfway through the season. Samson with 200s in 8 matches. Sharma with 1, and everyone is just tied with 1 for the rest of the table.
Yeah.
Most 50s, now here we see a little bit of diversity with, Singh with 4, Iyer with 4, both players belonging to Kings. In third place, we have Sharma with 3, tied with Jurel, and the rest of the table, essentially. So, 50s, and not a lot of different players hit 50s.
Yeah, just only a select few actually hit multiple.
Yeah. That's about it for stats for me.
Well, if that's all we got for cricket, I think it's rugby time, boys.
All right, Jay, let's go get the lawn chair and the beer and let him.
Yeah, so this one might take a while, because I did not do my due diligence, and I have recently found that there are 2 more rugby leagues that
brother,
I get stats for. So I'm going to start off with my usuals from the past couple weeks. So the European Rugby Champions Cup and the European Rugby Challenge Cup. They are both into their semifinals. Both cups will have their semifinals being played on May the 2nd and May the 3rd. And then
so May the 4th can be with you.
Exactly. Their finals, I think, are being played near the end of May on the 22nd and the 23rd.
Okay.
But they're right near the end. Super Rugby Pacific. We had the Crusaders against the Waratahs this past week. Crusaders win that 35-20. We had the Hurricanes against the Brumbies. The Hurricanes win that 45-12. We had the Blues against the Reds. That was 36-33.
Oh, that's
So
like
a
the
very
first tight game.
a
I've
very
seen.
competitive game. And then we had the Highlanders against Moana, 27-17, and the Chiefs against Drua, which was 42-22.
You're literally just celebrating a tight game, and then you go to the 42-22 game.
Look, I'm going to celebrate the close game because as we're going to see, the more numbers I give you guys, the more kind of blowouts there have been in rugby recently.
It's just been a week of blowouts, man.
So the Super Rugby Pacific, they are still quite early on into their year. We're into sort of week 11 now. This next week will be week 12. So week 11, so every team has played sort of 10 games, or either 9 or 10 games at this point. And the Chiefs are still sitting very comfortably at the top. And Moana is still sitting very uncomfortably at the bottom.
I like how you said that. I thought you were going to say very comfortably at the bottom, but uncomfortably.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Urba, top 14. I'm not going to worry too much about the standings of this league because they are into week 6 of 26. So
they're still young.
They got a long road ahead of them. This past week we had Newman against Champagnat. Newman wins that 47-8. Close game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. SIC against Hindu. Hindu wins that 32-31.
Hey, tight game.
There's your tight game. Belgrano AC beats La Planta 28-19. So not a blowout, but not close. Regatas Bella Vista beats BACRC 32-28. So close. Cuba beats Atletico del Rosario 43-17.
Bro, wow.
So
these scores.
Kasi.
Let me guess, next one's a tight game.
Yeah, Kasi beats Los Tilos 33-31. So what I'm seeing is that if our scores are in the 30s, it might be a tight game. That's what I'm seeing. And then Los Matreros beats Alumni 23-18. So that's your Urba top 14 games from this past week. One of the leagues that I didn't find until this past week, the Super League. And fun fact,
a little bit.
They do have a sponsor. It's sort of like a sponsor name, Super League. I do not remember that sponsor name, and I do not have it written down right now. But the interesting thing about this league is that they have a men's rugby division, a women's rugby division, and a wheelchair rugby division. Now, the wheelchair rugby and the women's rugby have not started yet, and the men's rugby is well underway. So I will read out the standings just so we can also get the names of the teams that are taking part. So in first place is the Rhinos. In second place is the Saints. Third is the Wolves. Fourth is Trinity. Fifth is Robins. Sixth is Warriors. Seventh is Dragons. Eighth is Hull FC. Ninth is Leopards. 10th is Kings. 11th is Bulls. 12th is Tigers. 13th is Giants. And then 14th is Toulouse.
Should have added a beat while you were.
Oh, I was in there. But I want to point out, these are the most creative names I think I've ever heard of.
Yeah, honestly. Whoever thought the Rhinos was smart
I mean, Warriors, I've never heard of the Warriors as a team name before.
Giants?
I mean, crazy.
Knights?
The Wolves?
Bulls? Saints? Tigers?
If you can't hear the sarcasm in my voice, I am being very sarcastic. Past week, we did have some games. The Knights in Toulouse played against each other. Knights win 38-14.
So your comment you made earlier kind of did baffle that there's a score in the 30s and it's not tight.
You know what? You're right. I'm not happy that you're right, but you're right. Leopards against Giants. Do I have to say this? Because you're just going to give me the look again. Leopards win this 30-16. Rhinos beat the Dragons 46-14. Now, I don't think that's how it's supposed to happen in mythology, but I guess the Rhinos had a good day. Wolves beat the Warriors 23-6. That seems like a food chain issue, but hey. Hull FC beats the Tigers 50-10. Competitive game. Absolutely competitive game.
Put the little kitty to sleep.
Yep. Robins beat the Bulls 48-12.
They flew away with the game.
Mm-hmm. And the Saints beat Trinity 18-12.
Hey, a tight game.
Woo! Within 6. All right. And the second of the 2 rugby leagues that I have missed so far, but I have now found and will force upon all of you, is the National League Rugby. And well, the fun thing is that National League Rugby, or NLR, and Super League Rugby, I'm just going to say Super League Rugby, just so we're not confused, both we can find on Sportsnet Plus. You can watch these 2 leagues on Sportsnet Plus. So, for anybody out there who wants a more convenient rugby streaming service and isn't too picky on what kind of rugby leagues, you can find these 2 on Sportsnet Plus. I will go over the standings for the NLR as well, just so we get introduced to our very creative team names. So in first place is the Panthers. In second is the Warriors. I swear, I've never heard anybody use the Warriors as a team name before. Third is the Wests. Tigers. You heard that right. Wests, as in like West, plural. Fourth is the Rabitos. 5 is the Roosters. 6 is the Sea Eagles. 7th is the Broncos. 8th is the Cowboys. 9th is the Sharks. We have the Bulldogs in 10th, the Knights in 11th, the Dolphins in 12th, the Titans in 13th, the Raiders in 14th. I don't know if I just read off rugby teams or NFL teams. I'm genuinely not sure.
Have we left any more animals in the zoo?
We have Eels in 15th. Oh, here's a good one. We have the Storm in 16th. And the Dragons in 17th.
Sports.
We have run out of creative names, ladies and gentlemen. We are allowed to name teams after something that isn't an animal, a mythological creature, or a natural disaster. I know we're creative enough to do it.
I mean, I don't think it'd be any better if you were called, like, the Dallas Ovens.
You know what? You make a fair point.
So you at least have a bun.
My complaint still stands, though.
Like, I'd be alright if you come to me and be like, yeah, I'm the Carolina Snipers. That's a cool thing.
You know what? Sure, go for it. The games from this past week, the West's Tigers beat the Raiders 33-14. The Cowboys beat the Sharks 46-34. The Broncos beat the Bulldogs 32-12. Hey, the Broncos won a game.
That's 3 games with 30 points and no close.
Look, you know what?
Well, at least it's not complete blowout.
You just had to say that, didn't you?
It is a complete blowout.
Roosters beat the Dragons 62-16.
What?
They bucked all over the Dragons. So, you know what?
They bucked the Dragons on a leash.
The Warriors beat the Dolphins 20-18. The Rabitos beat the Storm 48-6. The Panthers beat the Knights 44-12. And the Sea Eagles beat the Eels 33-18. These are not competitive scores. These are non-creative team names. But hey, it's a rugby league. So, they're a thing, and you can watch them on Sportsnet Plus, which means that I have a rugby league I can watch now without having to go to the ends of the earth to find something. Now, back to some previously scheduled rugby stuff that I have mentioned before. The Pacific 4 series. So
do we have tight games or no?
no. No, rugby is just blowouts right now. I am going to start with Saturday's game. Australia against New Zealand. New Zealand, I don't know what Australia did to them. I'm sure there's some sort of history book that explains it. New Zealand wins 40-5.
A dingo stole their baby.
No, probably. It's okay. That's still closer than the other game, which was Canada against the US. Canada wins 50-12.
I don't care if it's a blowout. Canada won. Whoop whoop.
Canada wins 50-12.
Only Canadian team that's won against the U.S. in a while.
You know what? We take it. So New Zealand and Canada still sitting pretty at the number 1 and number 2 seed in that tournament. USA and Australia just keep losing and going down. So
They just don't show up.
yeah, I honestly, with scores like that, I would not be surprised if they just weren't actually there. I don't know where the 12 points and the 5 points came from if they weren't actually there, but hey. And then lastly, we have the women's the Rugby Women's Six Nations tournament.
Okay, there's got to be tight games in that one.
You have way too much faith. Way too much hope.
Oh, ye of a lot of faith.
Oh, ye of blind faith. France beats Ireland 26-7.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Italy beats Scotland 41-14.
I take that back.
England beats Wales 62-24.
Can we just take it off the record?
So England and France still sitting in the first and second seed. The only difference between them is their sort of point differential, or sort of like their score against score for differential. Once France and England actually face each other, that might be the game of the tournament. Wales and Italy, well, actually, no, Wales is still at the bottom. Italy won a game. Italy beat Scotland. So Ireland still, no, Ireland also lost. So it's kind of looking England, France, Ireland, Scotland, Italy. And then if you look really far down
in the Atlantic.
Yeah. If you squint real hard and maybe hallucinate a little bit, you can see Wales down in 6th. So rugby is just blowouts. Like, these are not close games. And I know that rugby is kind of one of the sports that if the better team gets momentum, they score, they get the ball back. They score, they get the ball back. They score, they get the ball back. That's kind of just how the rules and how the direction of play goes in rugby. But still, these scores are
absurd.
Yeah, like these are non-competitive, and it's kind of sad to see because I'd like these to be competitive. I mean, these are like big tournaments, countries and good players, but they're struggling. They're really struggling.
Talking about struggle, if
you go right ahead, because if I keep talking, I don't think I'll stop.
Again, F1, as Jay would know, closed, and people are still complaining about the cars. They do have the Miami International at the Autodrome in Miami, and that is at 2 p.m. this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to add on that F1?
They're changing rules. There's 6 more rules added. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail here, as like I haven't done proper research into them, and I can't reliably spout nonsense.
Yeah.
So if I do more research, I'll probably release like a short video.
Yeah.
Explaining the rules. And yeah.
For NASCAR though, they actually had a race.
Mm-hmm.
We got the winner. So the race winner was Carson Hocevar. He got 55 points with a win margin of 0.114 seconds, and he had a lap lead of 19.
Yep.
And in second place, you had Chris Buescher, and in third, you had Alex Bowman. Now, there is 3 races this weekend. On May 1st at 8 p.m., there's the SpeedyCash.com 250.
Mm-hmm.
Feels so weird just saying that like that.
That sounds like a scam
That's
website.
I mean, that's a gambling sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, and this is all at Texas, by the way.
Of course.
May 2nd at 3:30 p.m. You got the Andes Frozen
Custard
Custard.
340.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
And then,
You know what? At least it's creative.
oh wait. May 3rd at 3 p.m. You have the Worth 400 presented by
Liqui-
Likai Moly.
Or Liqui Moly.
At least it's creative.
So
At least it's memorable.
those are the races for this weekend. You can go on the website of NASCAR to get all your information for qualifiers and practice runs and all that stuff. MotoGP did end. There isn't one coming up next week. Marquez won 25 points and 40 minutes, 48 seconds, and 861 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Bezzecchi was a 1.903 seconds behind and received 20 points. And Di Gianantonio was 5.7 seconds behind and received 16 points. So that's kind of the whole motorsport.
Yeah, not a lot going on in motorsport.
MotoGP, this was their fourth race.
Okay.
The standings after the fourth race, Bezzecchi leading with 101 points, 3 wins, and the fourth one podium.
Yeah.
Martin in second place with 2 podiums and 90 points. Third place, Gian Antonio with 71 points and 2 podiums. Fourth place, Acosta with 66 points and 2 podiums. And fifth place, Marquez with 57 points and 0 podiums.
Well, he just got one.
He just got one.
Yeah. So.
Actually, no. These are 2 different Marquezes, actually.
Huh, well, never mind.
The one that won is Alex Marquez.
Yep.
From Grassini Racing, and the one that's in 5th place is from Ducati, M. Marquez. I do not know his first name. Let me see.
Marcus. That's easy.
Mark Marquez.
Yeah. Quite a bit of Spaniards in MotoGP.
Well, I mean, that's
Well,
to be
Spain
expected.
loves their motorcycles.
Yeah, they love their motorsports, that's for sure. And I don't blame them, honestly.
Let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 Spaniards in 24 races.
I mean, looking over at your tablet over there, it's a lot of Spaniards and a lot of Italians.
Uh-huh.
So I think we know where the motorsports heart really belongs. Which, yeah, I mean, to be expected.
Yep. There's one South African.
Hey, represent!
And now Chris is gonna go on a tangent, and he's gonna be the only person he's gonna care about.
No. I don't know this guy. I don't know.
I mean, there's a few friends too.
Is his name literally B Binder?
Yeah, B. Binder.
Oh, now I really like
Brad Binder.
Brad. That is an incredible name.
Brad. And he races for Red Bull.
Oh, I don't know if I can support him now. Oh, that is like the biggest red flag. Get it? Red flag, Bulls.
Oh boy.
Anyways.
Now I think some of these guys are gonna enjoy some crash outs if we got nothing left.
League is coming up. So yeah, it's Crash Out Central.
Yep.
Let's just say this weekend was not stressful for me whatsoever.
Yeah, the gray hairs that are forming really, don't. Yeah, I think you had a nice, relaxing weekend.
Well, we'll start off with LPL, Chinese League.
Yep.
The standings after week 4. They are in. So the LPL is separated into 2 groups: Group Ascent and Group Nirvana. Group Nirvana hasn't really played that much.
Yeah, aren't they at like 2, maybe 3 games played?
Yeah, like there may be 3 games played. So the standings there don't really represent what it should, honestly. With TT leading the group with 2-0 and LGD at 2-1. And OMG trailing the pack with 0-3, the punching bag of the group.
Yeah. Yeah, take it to a back alley.
Yeah. Now, Group Ascent,
Like Jordan.
they've played 7 to 8 matches each. BLGM Test tied for first place with 6 and 2. AL in third with 5 and 3. And NIP, surprisingly, in fourth place with 4 and 3. I did not expect the Ninjas in Pajamas to perform.
I mean, hey, with a creative name like that, sometimes they get it done.
Right? Like JDG is in 6th place currently. Moving on to LEC. The standings now represent the ladder that I expected a bit. A bit, as G2 and MKOI are still middle of the pack, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
KC leading with 6 and 0.
Oh, good. It's so undefeated.
Yep. Vitality in second place with 6 and 1. Navi in third place with 6 and 2. And Giantex in fourth place, 4 and 2. Now, I have a bone to pick with the LEC scheduling.
Well, yeah, the LEC there, like a week or two ago, we had teams that played 6 games and teams that played 2.
Yeah. You see, last entire week, right? 3 teams played.
Yes,
Sorry. 3 teams, or there were 3 games?
There were 6 games.
It's catch-up week.
3 teams played.
So we had 6 games of 3 teams going
round robin.
Just round robining it. Oh my goodness.
Now the scores are Shifters losing to Fnatic 0-2.
Okay.
Navi losing to KC 0-2. Navi losing to Fnatic 0-2. And Shifters losing to KC 0-2. And then Navi beating Shifters 2-1 and KC beating Fnatic 2-1.
Gosh, just all over the place.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, I looked at the schedule.
Are we doing it again?
2 weeks later, it's 3 other teams. It's MKOI, G2, and GX.
Oh no.
Like, it is just a scheduling mess because they want to do roadshows. Speaking of roadshows, I'll move to LCK, as T1 had their roadshow this weekend as T1 home ground. T1 won both of their games. It was not a 45-minute 2-game banger against Bro. No. If you can't hear the sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
It was a two games that T1 won. It was a 2-0. Both of them being 45 to 50 minutes long.
I mean, the Bros are at least playing games.
And then the second day of T1 home ground, T1 versus BFX. Another 2-0. At least the first game was clean. And then the circus decided to rear its head.
I mean, here's the thing with T1 is that, like, yeah, we can sit here and go like, oh, they should be so much better. But they've been showing that they are a middle of the pack team so far this year. So the fact that they're having pretty messy games against Bro and Fear X, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's just that Faker got killed 9 times against Daystar.
Yeah, it's the first time in his career that he's died that many times in a game, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it was bound to happen. Okay, stats and performances like this never happen against players who you expect it to.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just Faker is on his signature Azir.
I don't know, man. Faker's an old man at this point. He is just happy gaming until he retires.
Honestly. In other T1 news, Keria extended his contract.
Oh!
Until 2029.
Great, the Chaos Goblin remains.
Chaos Goblin remains with the old man.
Oh my god. It's just the meme of like the one person with the leash and then the gremlin jumping around. It's just that. It's just Faker and Carrier.
Before it was Faker and 4 other gremlins.
No, now it's just Carrier.
Now it is just Carrier, and he's pulling the weight of the other 3.
Well, yeah, because you have freaking Doran and Owner and Pace that are just standing off to the side going, what do we do with it? What do we feed it?
For the LCK standings, KT still undefeated.
Of course.
8-0.
The roller coaster never stops.
It might stop next week as they are facing HLE.
Nah, KT wins. KT
The
clears.
only team they haven't faced yet.
KT clears.
But that is the match that I would say you need to look out for next week.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's 1 versus 2.
It's first place versus second place, and second place is 7-1. KT still doesn't lose first place to HLE, even if they lose.
Mm-hmm.
As the game score is KT is heavily dominating.
Well, yeah, I mean, KT's been 2 0-ing teams pretty much the whole way through.
So that's it for LCK. Now we move on to LCS, North America. Few more games have been played. C9 and TL leading the pack because 4-0 each.
Of course.
And Sentinels and Dignitas struggling. Sentinels 1-3, Dignitas 0-4.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer Dignitas is gonna.
I think
be
they
an
are
organization.
disbanding. The organization is disbanding this year.
Well, I mean, they've been struggling for the better part of the last decades. So
yeah. The match scores: Dignitas versus Fly 0-2.
Yep.
Shopify Rebellion versus C9 0-2. Disguised versus Lion 0-2. And Sentinels versus Team Liquid 1-2.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was expecting just a weekend of sweeps, but
No, Sentinels did manage to take a game.
interesting.
That is it for me for League.
Oh, well, at least we can say the league is starting to make sense.
A little bit more, yes.
It's making more sense than it did in the first couple of weeks because even my Noodle Boys, Nongshim, have kind of cooled off. I think they're either 4-4 or 5-3.
They're 4-4, 6th place currently.
Yeah, so like we are getting back to normalcy.
Yeah.
LCS has kind of been normal the whole time, although they're playing very few games. But then again, LCS has kind of been doing that for the last few years, so it's kind of annoying. Honestly, the thing that I'm most annoyed about is the LEC scheduling.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I know they want to do road shows. It's just that only 2 teams have arenas.
I haven't seen scheduling conflicts and almost scheduling mismanagement like this ever.
Yeah,
like this is ridiculous.
Like only KC and Movistar have arenas, so only those 2 teams get to do road shows.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I know what they're trying to get out of this. It's just they have to realize it's not going to work.
No.
And it's not working. But regardless, I think with that out of the way, I think we've gotten through everything, boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you gentlemen have anything you want to cut me off with, I think we send these wonderful people off to a good week and we turn the mic off.
Yep.
Let's shut this program off.